Guys, it's great to be back and doing another one of our shipping videos, and you haven't seen me for, I don't know, 5 or 6 weeks, and it's weird because it's probably the longest that I've been away from being in videos, and it was the longest I've ever been away from the factory. I turned 50 on the 29th of November, and Kim surprised me with a big trip. She took me off to Abu Dhabi, then on to Thailand, and then the biggest surprise of all, I thought I was coming home mid-December, and then she told me that she was leaving me there for an extra week. So I stayed on for an extra week and went off to a little island called Koh, and had just the most amazing time recharging, just having little mini adventures, climbing mountains, kayaking, snorkeling, and I got some great music while I was there as well. It's this little quiet place, and I heard this music across the street, and this great blues rock being played. So I walk across the street and I found this little bar called Udi's, and it turns out Udi's is like this sort of legend bar within Thailand. So many people know about it. Udi himself is the owner, and he plays with the house band every night, and he's just this old blues soul. So every night I go there and just hang out, and it was just the most magical time. So that's where I was, and that's why the guys have been filling in. You know, Dan and Keelan been filling in, doing the shipping videos. Kim even finished the end of year review video, and so big thanks to Kim holding things down while I was away. And I think that went down really well. I think you guys maybe have seen enough of me, so nice to have Kim filling in for me. So it's nice as well, you know, when you go away and you realize everything's in good hands. You know, the team really didn't need that much input in from me while I was away. We've got a great staff here in our management, in our production, in the office staff, and yeah, it's nice to go away and know everything is going to be running pretty well. So I needed it. I needed the break, but I'm back full of enthusiasm. And why wouldn't I be? I mean, look at the amazing lineup of guitars that we're shipping out just this week. And this is just a snapshot of what we get to do. And as you go away from it for a little while, maybe when you come back, you reflect on just how much we've achieved. And I spent a lot of time reflecting about it and looking towards the future. So we're excited about the future. We're excited about this year. Last year was very much a consolidating year, finishing off the factory, getting everything where we wanted it to be. And this year is a year of moving forward, and so we've got some plans that you're going to see throughout the year, and that's exciting, but I'm not going to tell you anything about it for now. So, but we're here to look at these guitars, and these are guitars that have been designed by the names that are on the top here on these flags, and they have been designed on our 3D builder. So they're designed by you guys, built by us. And when we say designed, we're using the platform that we've created, our 3D builder, which gives you so much control and versatility in terms of choosing the carbon type, carbon colors, veneers, type of pickups, inlays, all the colors of the inlays, personalization with your name. You get to see the guitar in all its 3 dimensions, and it's just been a game changer for us. We added that in a few years ago, and we just love having it. It's really been such a huge asset to what we do here. But that allows you guys to have that creativity to build a guitar that is designed for you. It's your fingerprint, it's your ideas, your color choices, and that's what we love doing. You know, if we sell a guitar through a regular guitar store, they do great work, but unfortunately it's hard then for them to carry all the choices that you might want. But when you come to our 3D builder, you can have, you know, 24 different models, a million different ways. So it's limitless on there. Now, some beautiful ones this week. So let's start at the beginning. So the first one is going out to Tyler in Arizona. And this is an X7. And Tyler has chosen the High Vibe. Now, you're probably going to see quite a few High Vibes in the video this week. And the reason for that was we had quite a long stock delay trying to get the new High Vibe model into our stock here. So there was quite a few people that were waiting, and I have to really thank the people who have been waiting for them for their patience. There was maybe 30 or 40 customers that were caught up on that delay, and I appreciate your patience. We hate whenever that happens, but sometimes it's unavoidable. But the High Vibe is a wonderful system. It's got two little actuators that are inside the soundboard of the guitar. What it does is it takes the signal from the undersaddle pickup, it puts it through this preamp, and then we can add effects, and effectively what's happening is the soundboard of your guitar becomes a speaker. So it's like the guitar is your own amplifier, and so without having it plugged into another amp, you can create different effects and sounds on board. You can play music off your phone onto, make it into a Bluetooth speaker. You can play along with that music. You can create loops and play back the loops and play along with them. There's a metronome feature in there. There's tuner built in. There's all kinds of things. But I'm only explaining it in a very short way. So go to our YouTube channel and find the High Vibe videos on there, the explainer videos that will tell you more about it. But a really, really great system. And it's very popular. It's really been very popular with us in the last couple of years. So yeah, this is going out to Tyler, an X7 24-inch scale, so small body guitar, beautiful compact proportions, finished in teal green, which is absolutely stunning. Teal has become a very popular color here, and again with that High Vibe. So nice one to start off there. Sticking with the X7, we've got Matthew in Hummel. I haven't heard that name before. Hummel in the USA, and this is an X7 with candy stripe Padauk. Now, candy stripe Padauk, often the candy stripe comes from, sometimes there's like stripes in it and colors. This one has got a lot of intensity of the red, just with some of the lighter wood in here, but beautiful intense colors, really, really eye-catching. It's got a beautiful iridescence to it, really glows and moves depending on the angle that you put it. And what happens is it gives you this chatoyant effect where it's to do with the grain, the end grain of the wood and how the light hits it. So depending on the angle, it can look dark and then bright, so it almost looks like it winks as you move it. And it can get like dark on one side and light on the other, and it goes back and forward. But it's to do with the grain, the end grain. But it's very, very nice effect. We've got the white dots going up the fretboard. We've got the black hardware and black carbon back and sides. It's a very nice X7 there. Now another one. This is going out to Anthony in Hawaii. This is Harborica. And Harborica has wonderful blacks and the light browns going through it, and I love how it just blends in very nicely with the black fade that we've got going on here. This one has a lot of coloration, a lot of variation in color, some really nice knots in it, so a lot of detail, even more than we often see in Harborica. Really, really nice piece, very, very nice. Black hardware, which is a great choice for the Harborica, and an amber back and sides, and again with a High Vibe. Check that out. Now, a lot of guitars go to Hawaii, and it's actually I've read a post there a couple of days ago, people talking about the difficulties of the guitars over the winter. Now, Hawaii may be slightly different, but the difficulty of having to humidify your guitar and keep them right over the winter. And people talking about how they store all their guitars in cases and humidified cases and humidified rooms. You don't have to worry about that with our guitars, especially on a 12-string, because that humidity can really, a lack of humidity can really affect a 12-string guitar almost even more than a regular 6-string. So this is an X7 12-string. So we've taken a regular X7 body and obviously changing it to the 12-string configuration. So it's got the 12-string headstock there. You've got a wider neck, and you've got beautiful 12-string proportions. So it's a small body 12-string guitar. This one's Cocobolo with some beautiful quilting going on in it. Very, very nice piece of Cocobolo. It's got that nice light sapwood going on here. We've got the inlays is the vines in gold with the silver infinity knot at the 12th fret. Again with the High Vibe and a green carbon back and sides. So quite a contrast to the woody front, but yeah, kind of got that green and gold theme going on there between the color and the inlays. So very nice X7 12 string. Now, Randy in Ohio. Randy has gone for really what we would call a very pure emerald guitar. This is black carbon fiber, and everything is kept just totally black on this, and I really like that as an approach. The carbon fiber, this is the natural finish. We've just put a clear coat over it. We add the little black fade just to kind of bring it all together. It's got the natural unidirectional carbon fiber fretboard. We've got the adjustable bridge here that's machined out of a block of carbon fiber. There's no clear coat or anything put on it. We just polish the carbon fiber here. Gives a really nice effect. It's a very, very nice material for making a bridge out of. And the pickup system here is the Graphtec Piezos with the K&K Pure Minis inside. 2 volume controls right here. We've got the Cosmo Black tuners. And we've been using these tuners for a long number of years, and I think it's a great color that works really, really well along with black carbon fiber. And that's why we put them across a lot of our guitars. So blends in really well. Black carbon again on the back and sides. We've got that same color in the end pin. And here, so lots of shades of that black, and it works so well. So that's a very nice X7, or sorry, X20 going out to Randy in Ohio. Now, Andre in Norway, also gone for an X20, and this is basically the same configuration. You know, this would have started out looking like this, but then we put a transparent red over the top, so you can see how that transparent color just totally changes the overall look, but you're still seeing right through that color into the black carbon below. So it's kind of like a stained glass window effect. Depending on the intensity of the light, the angle of the light, it's going to really change color. So it can be difficult sometimes to, like you might see it in this video, looking one way. We've got 2 large studio lights here that are shining on it, so it keeps it quite bright. And if you open that at home, maybe in a dark room, you might think, whoa, that looks quite different. Take it outside into bright light or in a studio or on a stage, and it's going to pop again. So it's the light, the color changes, and we can't photograph it to really mimic all those different color possibilities. So it's good to be aware that it can look different. But actually, if you go to 3D Builder, there's 2 different environments, and when you look at the 2 different environments, move it around and see how it interacts with the light, it gives you a really good representation of how it's going to change in different environments and different lighting. So red carbon back and sides as well. This is a pure acoustic, so there's no pickup in here. It's our traditional bridge with a slotted keyway for installing the strings. And yeah, very nice X20. So X20, once again, I was just doing the numbers. X20 was again our best seller over the last year. Very, very close between the X20 and the Virtuo, but the X20 has been our best seller for really since we launched it, and it's just such a great all-rounder guitar. Now, this one's going out to Regan in Colorado, and this is Co.Donegal as well. Now, a lot of the Co.Donegal that you see that we use always has the light colored strip down the center. But it really depends on how we cut it. So this one has been cut to have all the dark wood, and again, it's got this beautiful sort of flame that's running through it, quilting. A lot of character, a lot of depth in that wood. Just beautiful, deep, dark woods. Gives it such almost like a traditional kind of look on a very modern guitar. So it's a nice combination, I think. We've got the silver rings on the fretboard, black hardware, and then an amber back and sides. And that's the other bag's element pickup system. Now, another one going to Hawaii. This one is going out to Joe. And yeah, Hawaiian Koa, going back to Hawaii. And Koa we absolutely love. Again, another X20. And Koa has just such a beautiful color that it's just bright golden colors. All the variations, there's a lot of detail in the center of this, which I really like. Frames the center along with the neck very, very nicely. and beautiful, beautiful wood. The inlay, love this. So we've got the black vines with gold dots, and then we've got gold hardware on the headstock. So very nice combination of inlays. And then that sort of matches well with the back. So we've got the black and gold going on here, black carbon back and sides. So you can see, you know, black with the gold hardware, black with the gold there on the inlays. So I think that's really well thought out. Very nice, and again with a high vibe pickup system. Now, from Hawaii, we're going to Austria, Franz in Austria. And another beautiful guitar, another X20. This is, I should have checked, but I think it's maple burl. Pretty sure it's maple burl. It's got a lot of quilting going on in it. You've got some nice burl running in the center, very nice pattern, and then we've given it a teal, transparent teal over the top. Then the inlays, just like the last one, black with teal in the dots. So it just ties very nicely together. And then we've got a teal back and sides and a high vibe pickup system. So, so you know, as I was talking about at the very start, these are guitars that you guys have designed. It's your vision. You've been able to use the builder to be creative and come up with a combination that's not been done before. You know, there's no other emerald that's going to look quite like this. You know, we may have similar color choices, but you know, with that combination of veneer and everything, it's entirely unique, and I love that. Now, the next one we got is going out to Kenneth in California. So, so this is an X30. So the X30 is our big jumbo guitar. And this is the one that this year I'm going to shout about most, because it's a guitar that I think is maybe the most underperforming in our range. We don't sell nearly as many X30s, but I believe it's the best sounding jumbo out there. It's absolutely stunning. Such a big, full sound, such great ergonomics, and it really exhibits everything that we do well. The veneer on this, candy stripe Padauk, with a lot of the color contrast, and really quite nice and unique pattern running up the center. There's like these little dots of brown that are running down that little centerpiece, which I really like. These two red dots just right here. You know, just those little characteristics that make it very unique and give it great character. And the color, again, just the movement on it, the way it catches the light, the iridescence of that's absolutely beautiful. So it's just got the natural black carbon fiber fretboard. We've got the black hardware going on there, red carbon back and sides, and then on the back and sides you really see those ergonomics that I'm talking about. The way we sculpt the asymmetrical side, the body contours here so that it sits into your body nicely, that extended neck access, all works so well on a big jumbo guitar. Again, a high vibe pickup system, absolutely stunning big jumbo. Now, getting out to the back wall. So this is something that we don't see very many of. Like when I was doing my numbers for the year, it's almost shocking to me how few X20 lefties we sell. I think it was 7 for the year, which is crazy. You know, there's a lot of left-handed players out there. And whenever we did the X20 as a left-handed guitar, we thought, you know, it's really about the only carbon fiber left-handed option out there. So I don't know where all you lefties are. If your friend's a left-handed player, tell them about the Emerald left-handed X20s. Because it's got all the ergonomics and everything off a regular X20. We've designed it and just flipped it the other way around. And yeah, it's giving you all the best of an Emerald in a left-handed guitar. So this one is Clara Walnut. Again, I didn't check, but I'm pretty sure it's Clara Walnut. It's got that kind of chevron a flame that's running in it, so that's quite characteristic to our Claro. Inlays is very nice. Black Celtic knots with a silver infinity knot at the 12th fret. We've got the black hardware. We've got an amber back and sides and a high vibe pickup system. So, so yeah, if you're a left-handed player and you're interested in an Emerald, definitely check that out. And that one's going to Paul in Galway, so just not that far down the coast from us here. Stephen in Montana. Now, I just realised something is weird in this shipping video. Must be just how things come through. So there's no Virtuos this week. Isn't that strange? Anyway, this is kind of like the Virtuo. This is the X10 Slimline. And the X10 Slimlines were much more popular last year, which is great because they should be. If you're looking for a stage guitar, the X10 Slimline's fantastic. It gives you really great acoustic sound, plugged in, amazing amplified sounds. We have quite an array of different pickup systems that we offer in it. This one gives you the graph type piezos, the Crevo humbucker, you've got the onboard volume controls, and you've got the 13-pin MIDI output. So you can really do a lot with this. The slimmer body, if you like those slim proportions, you're playing more electric style, works really well. But also because there's less air volume in it, there's less air to move and potentially create feedback, so it's a little bit more stable on stage. So it's a really, really great stage guitar. It's got that really nice slim profile neck that we have on the X10 Slimline, and this one on the fretboard has the offset lines in silver. So nice characteristics. It's an amber color, transparent amber, and amber back and sides. So if you've been thinking about an emerald range, and that's what we have to talk about is, you know, we've got a lot of different guitars in the range, but every one has its own specific unique thing that makes it stand out. And so depending on your style of music, depending on what you're planning to do with it, we have something there for you. You know, we pretty much meet every gap. And you know, we have literally the largest range of carbon fiber guitars in the world. There's nobody that has a range larger than this. We're going between the harp guitars, the chimeras, the basses, you know, all those different things. So if you're trying to choose, contact Kev or Keelan. Those guys are musicians, they play all the time, and they can give you the player's perspective of what would be the right guitar for you. So definitely talk to those guys. Right, moving on, we're nearly there. Brian in Washington, and this is another X7, Co.Donegal, quite similar to some of the other ones that we looked at earlier. And again, it's got that really nice Co.Donegal, the light wood, got the flame running through it, which gives it some really nice character. We've got black carbon back and sides, so that nice natural black carbon with the black hardware and the black fretboard, so it's all focused on that beautiful color on the veneer on the front. Again, it's got the graph type piezos with K&K Pure Minis, and that's a fantastic gravel guitar. Now, Mike in Colorado. So here we are. You know, I was talking about how we have sold so few lefties, and we've got 2 in 1 shipping video. So it's nice to see a couple of them going out, as it should be. And this is a beautiful example. Co.Donegal veneer, like same wonderful detail on that veneer on the top. And it's kind of almost a match of this. It's got the same black hardware, the pure fretboard, black carbon back and sides, and it's got the high vibe. So yeah, look at that. Like a matching set. So yeah, very good. Mike, tell all your left-handed friends we do fantastic left-handed guitars. And Mike, if you want another one, we do the X20 lefty in the 12-string as well. We can do nylon, we can do baritone. So there's a few choices for your next emerald. Isn't that an absolutely shameless plug? Right, so that's it, guys. It's good to be back, and it's been fun to do this and get back settled in. It took me a little while actually to get settled back into work, but we have a lot of good things going on this year, and it's been a busy one. So so that's it. We'll see you again. Oh, actually, sorry. There's one I almost forgot. Now, John, I bet you were watching the shipping video and thinking I forgot about you. Well, I almost did. No, actually, how could I forget John Veld? And anybody that watches or is on our social media across the different platforms, you'll have seen posts from John Veld. John's been a great supporter of what we do. John will tell you maybe in the comments below how many emeralds that he has now, and maybe send a picture in of his collection. And John has built up a really nice collection over the years. And I remember the first time he visited us, I think he came just to look at an amicus, and it just started a long line of emerald builds that we made for him. All of them a little bit unique and customized. And John came to visit us, spent his birthday here with us. It was very nice for him to be able to come here and spend some time. So it was a special birthday present for John. We allowed him to maybe stretch some of the details a little bit. So the veneer that we have here is tamo ash. It's dyed black, and the details on it's beautiful. I love actually the shape of it. So it's not book match. This is the natural pattern that was in the veneer, the natural grain, and it works really well. Just frames the bridge beautifully. So we've got that black tamo ash. Now look at that fretboard. I want you to have a look at this. Let's move it with the light. I don't know if it's catching properly. Well, I hold that, Andreas, and maybe let you get in there and see what you can capture from a camera perspective. So as you'll see, it's a little bit different than our standard fretboard. So this is chatoyant carbon fiber. This is something that I saw on a custom guitar that was at NAMM show last year, and it's something I'd seen before, was very interested in, and we've had it here for a while, wanting to build some custom guitars with it. It's on another special build that I'm doing at the moment. So it's something that's going to be offered very soon. Well, within a couple of months, and I shouldn't even be saying that, but we are going to be offering this as an option in the near future. But so the very first one to go out with this on it is John Veld. But it's a beautiful material. It's carbon fiber, and it's been. I'm not even going to attempt to describe how it works, but basically they laminate the carbon in a way that you see that end grain and see all this movement, and it's crazy. It just moves so much in the same way as a quilted maple does, and it's so nice on a fretboard. Perfect with a black veneer like this. So we're going to be excited to be offering that quite soon. And John sent us some hip shots. He wanted to do something different with the tuners. So he sent these over to us and put them on. I think they look very elegant. Very nice satin finish. We've got a satin neck going on here. And check this out. So John got together with Carl, and John wanted to have a guitar that represented the emerald range really well. And he's an ambassador. He shows his guitars to a lot of different people. So he said, how cool would it be if he had a guitar that had all the colors on it? So we got with Carl, our painter, and asked him to do flames. But the flames are green, red, blue, or is it teal? I think that's teal actually. We've got the amber, and then the blue there on this side. So yeah, it shows off that versatility in the color, and it's a nice subtle detail that just makes it a very unique guitar. We've got Luminlay glow-in-the-dark fret markers running down the side, and we've got the graph type piezos with the K&K pure minis inside. So there you are, John. We're just messing with you a little bit. I'm sure when you were watching the shipping video, as you do every week, you were freaking out whenever I went past you. But congratulations, another beautiful build. So that's it. That is it for this week. I will be back next week again, and I'm not going away on any trips. This time of year I should be gone. I should be going to NAMM show. I always go to NAMM show for that this year, or every year, but this year I decided I just can't. There's just too much going on in the factory that I need to be focused on, and so if you're going to be at NAMM, I'm sorry I'm not going to see you there, but send us some pictures and let us know what's going on. Have a good time. It's always an amazing meetup with a lot of friends, but I will probably be back next year. So anyway, that's it. Enough waffling from me. Have a great weekend. Make it a musical weekend. Play some guitar, take some pictures, send them in to us. We love seeing your pictures, so definitely do that. And if you haven't already done it, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to build our subscriber list on there. It's growing, and keep it growing. Thanks, guys. See you next week.